Go live. Oh, okay. We have to do it. Here we go. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Okay. Go live. LinkedIn doesn't allow. LinkedIn doesn't allow. I need to create a new broadcast or just remove this destination. Ah, I don't think it's going to let me do it. To go live
Oh,
more than 2 hours. I want to go live. Okay, maybe I'm close. I'm at 108. That's not so far.
usually lets you
Wait,
go
2 hours late. Go live more than 2 hours
two
after.
hours.
Yeah, it says you can't go live more than 2 hours after the start time. If the clock on your device is wrong, this may be, in that case, you should try going live. It doesn't work. How come we can't go
We're
live?
live. I think we're
Oh, we
live.
are. Oh, shoot. Well, hello.
Hello, everyone. A little behind the scenes.
Oh, goodness. Oh, where'd you go?
I'm
Oh,
right here.
okay. Can you still see me?
I can.
Here we go.
Let me see
Okay.
if we're live on LinkedIn.
I just got us there. Oh, it's
Okay.
not showing up. Hmm. I'll have to send it over there somehow. That's gonna
Okay.
be live here. Just in case, since it's 109. Oh, that's too well. Why isn't it live? Let's see here.
It's live somewhere. It's live on Facebook, I
Live on
assume.
Facebook. Let me try it one more time to go live on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have to sign in? I don't think I need to sign in.
No, it should just do its thing.
Yeah, it should be okay. Other posted stuff. Okay. Sign in. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'll go back to you. Let's just go. I'll send it out on
All
LinkedIn.
right.
We're 2 minutes in here. Okay. Well, hello, Crystal.
Hello. I had one of these moments on Friday with Gilbert. I don't know. He was running late, so when he came on, his shirt was all undone. So we had a little back behind the scenes, getting
Action.
ready for the show there too.
There you go. Well, I'm so jazzed. I got my little camera going. Can you tell?
I can tell. Looks really good. And you were the Mr. Tech Man this morning. Is that what
Ooh,
was
child.
going on?
But I did figure it
Okay.
out. I did figure it out.
Okay.
And so this is just a little funky thing, but next week it'll be perfect, and then we'll be
Okay.
rocking and
Oh,
rolling.
it's always like that. You know how that is.
Indeed. So I'm
So
super excited about today's broadcast
awesome.
um, because it just tickles me. So we have cats and um, uh, cats and should I get in and who's got my money? And people
I
ask
like
me,
that. Who's got my money?
and I think the corollary to that would be, of course, can I get it? Right? Can I get the
Yes.
money? So we're going to talk
Yes.
about those four things,
Awesome.
and then go from there. So I'll read your little bio thing. And
Okay.
now, are we set up for um, our guest? Not today's, but the guest
Not,
that we
it,
have
it
coming.
won't be until October.
Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, it
Okay.
won't be till October because next week I'm going to be leaving for Egypt, so I'll
Oh
be in
yeah,
Egypt.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll
That's
be
right.
landing on Monday at 11 o'clock, so I'll
Oh
be
my gosh.
flying tomorrow on next Monday.
Yeah. Does Egypt know that you're coming? Have they gotten the place ready for you?
Yeah, they did. They have. So I'm
They have.
staying at the Holiday Inn Suites on the Nile. I'll have a view of the Nile, and my niece
You're
is.
not even coming back, are you? You're going to be on the Nile. You'll be like, I'll work from here. We got Zoom. I'm never going to see you again. You'll be like, who? Now I'm in
No,
Egypt
you
on
you
the
you
Nile. Oh my gosh.
you'll see me again because I tell you the struggle has been dressing for Egypt, which is very
Oh
different than dressing for in 90-degree weather here in Los Angeles.
yeah, I'm sure.
So
Oh,
you
it's
have
hot
I
there.
had
No.
it's
So
very hot.
Okay.
It's at the end of the summer, but still very hot.
Yeah.
But you have to, and I was just talking to my niece, and she was saying you can't really wear American clothes, nothing tight, because the men are not used to seeing it.
Oh.
So they are on super hungry mode, and uh there's nothing to stop them from grabbing you.
Whoa. Wow. But you do have a good right cross, right? Do we need to show you
I
how to
do.
do that? You've got a good right cross, a left hook. You got one of those, right? That'll stop a lot of people.
from grabbing body parts.
That's true. You could just like
So,
bring out that right cross and just
so you
deal
have
with
to wear
situations.
kind of like baggy pants, so no leggings, none of that. Can't wear any of that stuff.
Really? You know
Really,
what? I suggest I'm gonna say, just because I
what?
know, I'm gonna say, try some mace and just to see, right? Just to
Be a
see. I mean, you can
national,
always say, "Excuse me, I didn't do that."
excuse me, a national incident. Yeah. So my niece was telling me today. So she said, so wear baggy, like some cotton baggy pants, and I got long maxi skirts and stuff. But you got to be
Yeah,
careful showing your arms. Your shoulders
arms,
obviously must be super sexy for them. So you gotta so you can't be
there you
showing
go.
shoulders.
Whatever that well-turned ankle means, you know. You gotta do. You have to do.
So, with that in mind, it's taken me quite a while to pull the wardrobe together for the
I'm
7
sure.
days that I'll be gone.
I'm sure.
Indoors, you can wear like tank tops and stuff, but
Okay, but it's gonna be hot.
outside, you have to be yeah. So I've bought some of those like little chiffon jackets that you wear over
Are you
that
sure you
are
shouldn't be like breaking out the linen and
well,
and
yeah, I got some
doing that
linen and
Southern
stuff
lady
like that.
thing, with the
Yeah,
gauze and
yeah, do the
those
Southern
Southern
lady.
ladies, they know how to do it, man. They get it done.
They
Okay.
have to do the Southern lady thing. So that's
Yeah.
that. No,
Well,
so with that being said, not staying over, not
oh,
living, not gonna live there.
I see. Okay. Well, this I understand. But I would do it because, these people are crazy over here about letting folks in the country. So you want to be able to get back. So get your
Yes, I want to
get
get
your paperwork and don't create an incident. Because
yeah, no,
nobody's
no
coming over there to
incident.
get you. I mean, I might come
Right,
over there. They don't
exactly.
want to hear from me. That's not
But at least I'm going. My niece lives there, so I'm getting a firsthand personal tour.
Oh, nice. Nice, nice,
Mhm,
nice,
mhm.
nice. And you get to see your grand
My
niece.
grandniece, I just saw her. She's gained some weight, so she's got big, round, fat cheeks now, and she's not looking all squirrely. Got fat legs, so my niece is doing a good job fattening her up.
That's just
I bought
terrible.
her.
She's a
I
little
have bought.
baby. She's supposed to be a little chunky.
Yeah, so she's a little chunky, and
Yeah.
I bought almost a whole wardrobe for her that will carry her from
Oh,
3 months to 24 months.
okay. There you go. There you go.
Uh-huh.
There
So,
you go.
so as
Good,
she
good, good.
grows into them, I got to just get some rattles, and some toys and books
Yeah.
maybe, and then I'll be set.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
hmm
Cool, man. Well,
yeah,
that's exciting. I can't wait to hear about that. That'll
yeah,
be
it's gonna be a lot of fun. Major point going to see my great grand niece, as well as, and everybody there thinks I'm the real mom. So I'm really, for them, I'm the grandmother.
oh,
And yeah,
yeah.
so they're like, "Oh, your real mom is coming, huh?"
Ouch.
So
Ouch.
they're like, "Ouch." And, ouch. But I am going to make sure the baby gets her make sure that they get everything set up at the embassy, that she's an American citizen, that she's the one of her parents is an American citizen, so that
Okay.
she'll get her American passport,
Good.
and she'll get her American passport, and she'll be able to come and go as she pleases as she grows older.
The little girl,
The
the
niece.
grandbaby,
Because
the
my
niece.
big my niece, that's what she is. She was born here in America,
Okay.
and so she can come and go as she pleases. But the
And she's still
grandniece,
liking that Egypt thing. Born here in the U.S.,
yeah,
still liking that Egypt thing.
Well, she goes back and forth, but right now she got married to an Egyptian guy, so I'm working on that too. I'm working on getting him over here. I got to work on some
Okay.
things so that he can actually get uh, uh, work papers to come here. So I got a connection that has business here in America and in Dubai, and so
Okay.
we can get it on as an employee. Then we can
Okay.
do the H-1 visa thing, and then in
Okay.
the
Oh,
process, we can work on getting him nationalized as well. And then that way, I get to see them more often.
this is reminding me of that Tina. Well, I mean, you got to see the grandniece. I mean, that's just. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to do that. I mean, I get that.
Yeah,
This
right.
whole this is reminding me of that whole Tina Turner song. It's just love is just what she said. It's just a plain old fashioned notion or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell
It's
your
what
niece to
happens
find
when you do.
somebody here next time.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you do that international marriage thing, it's
Ooh,
got complications to go along with it, unless you're in the military.
well, you know, culture's culture though.
Culture is
We need
culture,
all
sir.
the culture we can get. Okay, let's read
Mhm.
the
Okay, ready to go?
yeah, we're gonna read the bio and then jump right in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please help me introduce Crystal Mitchell, my colleague and friend. She is a business coach and consultant. She's the CEO of Mitchell Business Solutions, co-director of Recycling Black Dollars. She's the co-host of The Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert, a weekly online radio show. She's an instructor at Mount San Antonio Community College, a certified network for teaching entrepreneurship instructor, and a QuickBooks Pro Advisor financial strategist. Hello, Crystal, and thanks for being here with me today.
Hello, Javon. Good to be here. Always good to be here on a Monday. So
Thank you for saying that.
looking forward to our conversation. Cats who got my money, and how do I get it?
Okay,
Not
I
sure
had
where
to
the
throw
cat
the
piece come in, but you're gonna explain that, right?
yes. I'm going to give you the cat piece. I had to do the cat piece just because, I was reading an article about. Actually, it was an article that was a little bit old. I don't know how it came across my desk, but they were talking about the dead cat bounce. So, have you ever heard that term?
No, I have not.
So,
Please
we're the
enlighten.
article. What's that?
Please enlighten.
So, the article is about uh, a, an, an upturn in the market in a bear
Okay.
economy. So, the issue is, as people, we're always looking for hope. We're always looking for signs that the market is going to turn around. Most people, that's what they want to do. They want to wait till the market is on an upturn, get in so they can start making money. And then when they
Mm-hmm.
know that the market's going down, they want to pull out so that they don't lose any more money.
Mm.
And, while that sounds like a great idea, it's very difficult because just as the recession is only to be known after you're in it and sometimes after you're past it,
Mm.
so is the same with markets. If I could tell you when the market was going to go down and when the market is going to go up, we probably wouldn't be having this show, right? So
Right.
the issue with the dead cat bounce is that you have to be really wary, and I like to use the word seduced or seduction. You have to be really worried or beware of the seduction of upturns in a bear market, that is small upturns. That's not exactly what we call volatility. Volatility would be the market goes up, the market goes down, the market goes up, the market goes down. That's volatility, usually on
Okay.
the way down or on the way up. But when we have just a small little up and then it goes back to the way it was, that's not exactly volatility. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the dead cat bounce is similar to throwing a dead cat off of the roof of a very tall building, and it hits the floor and then bounces a little and then stays there and does nothing. So that's the deal there.
Okay. All
So that's what we
righty
have
then.
going on. We see that over the last couple of days. We're I don't know if it really depends what you call a recession. 2 quarters of a downturn in the economy with several other things, unemployment going down decrease in GDP, things like that. So we're kind of in a recession or a downturn in the economy. Unfortunately, that's one of those things you don't know that you're in it until you're just about out of it, right? So you can look back a couple of quarters and go, yeah, we did have 2 consecutive quarters of blah, 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 blah. So that must mean we were in it. Interesting thing, though, is that, well, I can just go right into it. How do you know when you're coming out of it? Right? There's the deal there, too, right? How do you know when you're coming out of the recession? And this article made a very good point. The author suggested that you know you're coming out of the recession when you see the change in the monetary policy of the Federal Reserve. Because the Federal Reserve has 2 jobs. One is to keep us away from inflation. The second, which is most interesting, is to keep us fully employed, right? To keep unemployment at a a modest level. So when you think about that, and you think about where the Fed is, they're really in a tight space because they don't have a lot of tools except for pulling money in and taking money out of the economy. You put more money in, we've got the fear of inflation. You take money out, we've got the fear of people losing their jobs. So they're really kind of stuck there. So those are their tools, and we know they've got, can we call them sub-tools? They have ways of getting that done. We can talk about that in another show. But so the Fed's really got a tough gig. And this author was suggesting that when the Fed starts to do something different to the money supply, so for example, we know that the Fed is going to raise interest rates, right? So, and as long as they're on that kick of keeping inflation low, raising interest rates, then we have kind of a headwind to getting out of the downturn. So as long as that monetary policy is there, it would be prudent, I think, to suggest that we're not past the recession yet. We're still in it. Once the Fed decides, oh, we don't have to do that, now we're going to put some more money back into the economy to spur investment, to do something different. Okay, and then we could probably say, oh, it looks like we're going to be either coming out of the recession or we've already come out of the recession. There's been a change in the monetary policy. Things are going to be different, and then you see that ramification go through the economy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and Sunday on one of the news shows, and they kind of do a overview of the economy, usually on Sunday morning news shows. There are a couple of economists, and I think they were talking I was watching something that was talking to the Secretary of, not the Secretary of State, she's Treasury.
Oh, Janet Yellen.
Yeah, Janet Yellen. So, and here's what, and I kind of, I mean, come on, we just went through 2 years where everything, or one whole year where everything was just nothing, right? No money flowing, nothing was happening, right?
Yeah.
And we had to keep people alive, so we had to provide all of this help, right? All of this relief, money-wise. Lots of money was spent from 20 to 2021, and there's still some government happening in 2022. So wouldn't that be expected? There should be all kinds of craziness going on right now because we didn't have people working. They're trying to get people back to work. They're having a hard time. We have supply diversity issues, right? So that makes it difficult to move product. We have the war going between Russia or Ukraine. So it's not like there's not external dramas that are really fueling this inflation, right? Yes, we dropped the rates down to nothing on those loans that were helping small businesses stay alive, right? And they're just now coming back to start, and I don't even think they have to pay yet. They don't have to repay the loan yet, but they had a low interest rate. So now to get things moving. Oh, and we don't forget the gas. The Russian thing with the gas. Let's not forget the gas. So to me, And then we got a political. We're in a political year,
Yes, midterm elections. Yeah.
midterm elections, and so I think this should be normal.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about your idea of normal.
Well, you know what I mean. This shouldn't be me running and grabbing all your money out the bank kind of time.
Right,
How about
right,
that?
right.
We shouldn't
Yes,
be in a panic, right?
yes,
Because we can look
exactly.
back and
Yes,
go, well, we know these things are going on, so we know
yes,
we have to recover from
yes,
all of that external stuff that was going on that
yeah.
highly and greatly affected our economy. So I don't think we should be in panic mode.
I'm right there with you, and
Okay.
I think that's a great way to put it. I don't think I could have been any more eloquent than that. I think you nailed it on the head. I think that's absolutely spot on. We had to do a bunch of stuff. We had to put some money out there. We had to loan up a lot of money. We needed to do it. I mean, if you think tightening your belt is tough now, a lot of people were having a tough time back then. So, you know, they did what they had to do. And it would have been tougher. Now, you could say, if we didn't give all these people money, which would be indicative, I think, by the fact that a lot of people gave that money back, not right. So if we didn't do
I'm
that,
talking
then
about that other part of all the money that
right,
went to other folks that didn't need the money. Yeah, we ain't even
right,
talking about that.
yeah, right, right.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah. So I think you're spot on. We did what you had to do, and there were some consequences. I don't think people would have said, "Oh, well, those consequences be damned." I think we need to get the money. But one of the things that surprises me is, as you suggested, we knew the other shoe was gonna drop. We knew there was going to be uh, something that happened, right? Um,
Hmm.
the problem is that it always hurts because we're fairly reactionary with regard to our economy. Even if you look, and I'm just going to go off on the deep end here, so please don't send me any cards and letters. But even if we think about Adam Smith's uh, invisible hand
Hmm.
going through our economy, setting prices and um, managing consumer expectation, if I could throw that in. Um, for every action, there's going to be a reaction, right? So,
Hmm.
but it takes a while for it to go through the economies, like with the Fed. They
Right.
just they just can't say today, oh, we're going to raise rates, and then all of a sudden, poof, the rates go up. And even when the rates do go up, that takes a little time to get through all the banks and get all the commercial lending institutions, all the credit cards. It takes a while for it to come down to Joe Schmo. But then when it hits Joe Schmo, it hurts. And it hurts, and that I
Yeah.
think is a function of our, dare I say, our mentality with regard to saving, you
Hmm.
know, and with regard to living within our means. So
Right.
much of our country is on the edge. And so, as you know, when I'm talking about, okay, let's put some money away for retirement, folks are like, I got to get to tomorrow. I mean, wait, what are you talking about? Retirement? Retire?
I'm never
Tomorrow.
retiring. What are you talking about,
I'm
crazy
trying to
man?
die on the job, man. Really. So that's it. So anyway, all that stemming from the dead cat bounce. Woo! Okay, so when it comes to who's got my money and can I get it, that should be a nice one. Okay, so when you're invested in a 401k plan, unless you had some else other to say about that,
No, 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 no. I just figured that it just seems to me we're not at tactics right now.
right?
We just
I
need
don't
to
think we should be. I think
we gotta recruit. We gotta regroup based
you
upon
did.
what's been going on in the world.
We do. We do. I think you're spot on. Spot on. Okay, so the other couple of topics I brought up because they kind of tie in. If you get excited about a small upturn in the economy when we're in a bear market, which we could probably say that we are,
Okay.
the market is going down. Uh, we have a few weeks where we're not gaining on any of the indices. You can say that we're not in an upturn in the market.
Okay.
In that situations, you could get excited about, okay, let's get in. Well, the problem with that, with the retirement plan, I don't know if very many people know this, is that most 403bs, 401ks, most defined benefit plans, most company sponsored retirement plans have a mandate to use mutual funds or ETFs. Here recently, ETFs, but mostly
Mm-hmm.
mutual funds. And those, um, good, right, or not, they close at the end of the day. So out here on the West Coast, it's 1 o'clock, and the East Coast, it's about 4. That's when the accounting happens, right? So we shut the door to investments, and they count up how much they got, and then they compare
Mm-hmm.
that to yesterday and the day before, set the price, and that's the price you're going to get, and that helps them determine if you're up or down or what have you. So
Mm-hmm.
the price is set at the end of the day, just to make it simple. The price is set at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. So if you get your trade in before the end of the day, you can affect the price that you get. If you get it in after the end of the day, you can't. You got to wait till tomorrow. So when we
Mm.
see that the market did well, and then we decide we want to get in, we're not going to get in early enough to catch that bounce because that's already happened. Right? So, but what
Mm.
happens is the economy is not doing very well. Um, we see that that there's a little bump. We hear that, right? We're looking at the news. We hear, oh, the economy is up. We go, wow, must be time to get in because the market has come back and the economy is up for a day. And by the time you get in, it's down, and it's down worse than it was beforehand, and you've
Mm-hmm.
lost money. So that's kind of the way that dead cat bounce kind of works. And that's why it's so seductive. And that's why it's so dangerous to believe in that, to believe in
Mm.
a small market upturn. What to look out for? I would
Mm.
say stop looking out. I would say get yourself a well diversified portfolio. And in that situation, it's always time to get in. You have a well
Mm.
diversified portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say, and this is really going to hurt, but I would say, as little as possible, do you want to change your portfolio based on what's going on in the economy? You want to make a change to your portfolio based on what's going on in your life. That's why I always, always, always ask participants when it comes time to managing their portfolio, when they're going to get in there and learn about stocks and bonds and things like that. Um, I ask them to take that risk questionnaire that helps us figure out what level of risk are they comfortable with. When
Mm.
that changes, that's the time to change your portfolio. The economy is going to do what it's going to do. And, we could talk about how we can affect that. Not much, but we can talk about that. But the real key is that you want to make the change. And I didn't even think about this, but you want to make the change when something changes in your life rather than what's happening in the economy. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, so then it comes to, can you get the money? Yes, if you're over 59 and a half. Who's got the money? It is not your employer. And if you happen to be an employer and you have a 401k plan and people are in your organization and people are contributing to that plan, that's not your money. It belongs to the participants. You cannot touch it. Don't think about touching it. Don't get in there. I have a couple of friends who have found a way to use that as collateral. I don't know how that works, and I don't ever want to say that again, but that's not your money. That belongs to the
Right.
participants. And when the participants leave your organization, if you have a safe harbor plan, if you don't, all the money that they've contributed, they get to leave with it. It's not yours, it's theirs. It's their money. That's why we call it a 401k. So um, you can get the money, it is yours. In most situations, um, if we have a safe harbor plan, then the money that your employer has contributed to you inside the comforts of that safe harbor plan, that's your money too. So you just
Mm.
roll it into an IRA, roll it into some type of insurance account that's qualified, or roll it into your new company's 401k. Notice I'm using the words roll into, roll over.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that before?
I have. You want
Okay.
to tell our audience what that means?
All right, let's do that. Roll over, that means you're going to take money from one qualified plan institution, like your company's 401k, and move it into another 401k, your new company's 401k, or you're going to roll it into an IRA, an individual retirement account, or you're going to roll it into some kind of qualified plan that is qualified to avoid taxes while the money is in there. Right? So that's the way to do that. If we
And the
can,
reason why I would not just take it out and
oh,
put it in is what would that be reason? What reason would that be? Or why would
well,
that be a dumb move?
yeah, right. I think that goes back to that little segment of the show we had. Um,
Don't be
don't
that
be that
guy.
guy. Yeah, don't be that guy. Yeah. So the problem with taking the money out, because that's usually what people would do back in the day, they would have all their money saved up and they would put it all into a money market account, and then they would roll it all into a bank account. So they'd have X amount of dollars, hopefully many thousands of dollars inside the account at the bank.
Hmm.
And then they would call a financial advisor and say, okay, help me plan my future here. The problem with that is at the end of the year, when tax time came, the IRS would take a look at the amount of money that they moved into their bank account. And let's say
Hmm.
that was $750,000. They would
Okay.
say, oh, in addition to your salary, you made $750,000. That's what you owe tax on. Oh, that hurts. What? What? The tax bracket for someone that's making 750,000 plus 40, 50, 60, 80,000 a year. Ah,
Hmm.
federally, it could be about half. So you could end up losing 40, 50% of your assets going to pay taxes because you rolled the assets into a bank. So, or you move the assets into a bank. So
Right.
the don't be that guy for this week is don't just take your money out of your 401k and stick it in a bank or some other kind of account. So now the question is, yo, Jay, okay, fine, but I need to get my money. Oh, okay, okay. If you have more than $5,000, you could actually set up an account with your 401k person, your 401k entity, record
Hmm.
keeper company,
Hmm.
to send you X amount of dollars every month. They'll do that. Or
Mm.
I think, which I don't think is a bad idea, right? Or you could roll the assets into an IRA. You could roll the assets into some type of annuity, and then you would not be taxed at all in those last two situations. Those are not
Mm.
taxable events. If you set up that, I think we used to call it a modified equal payment plan. If you set up, or some kind of equal payment plans, if you set that up, then you're only going
Hmm.
to be taxed on what you take out. So if you say to
Okay.
yourself, I need $2,000 a month to live on, and you just decide, well, I'll just have them send me a $2,000 check until the money's gone. If that's your thing, I'm not suggesting that. This is just an example.
Hmm.
Please do not call me about saying it's $2,000 a month to live on. How do I get more than that? And how long does that last? Don't do that. I'm just
Right.
saying, by way of example, if you need $2,000 a month and you just get that sent to you, then you only get you only get taxed on that $2,000 a month, which is
Ah.
better than the whole thing.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I hopefully our audience knows don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Don't
It
be that
costs you
guy,
money.
please. If you knew the number of people who have found out that I was a retirement plan advisor and told me that XYZ record keeper ripped them off. And here's the really bad part: not everyone who's a financial advisor understands how that's going on. So, in the situation that I'm talking about, the person that I was talking to blamed the record keeper because they had to pay penalties and the taxes on the money. And the advisor, instead of saying beforehand, these are the pitfalls, they said, yeah, it's XYZ record keeper that's keeping your money, that's taxing you, that is making this difficult. So this is how much you get. So I just want to tell people, as much as I love this job, there are C students and there are B and A students. So there's nothing wrong with there's, there's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion. In fact, if you come to me and say, this is what my advisor told me, I have no problem giving you what I think. And I have no problem if you decide to go to a different financial advisor after you talk to me and say, I like that guy, but I just got to see if this philosophy makes sense. That's fine.
Right.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
No problem with that. So don't be that guy. Don't be the guy that takes your money out, sticks it in a bank, and waits, and then spends a bunch of it, and then gets hit with the taxes and has to pay those taxes and fees. Don't do that.
Right. Yeah. Woof.
Yeah.
Not
right?
good. Not good.
All right. So just as a review, we know what the dead cat bounce is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why it's not a dead dog, I don't know, but it's a dead cat bounce.
Okay.
And we know that you have your money. It cannot be taken away from you, subject to market upturns and downturns. Once you invest that money, it's yours, unless we're talking about a profit sharing. And the profit sharing isn't your contribution. That's your employer's contribution on your behalf. So when we talk about a profit share, then that money has what we call a vesting schedule on there. And that means ownership. It has a schedule of ownership, right? For many people, they have what we call a safe harbor plan where their employer matches their contributions. And you have to be careful. I don't want you to go off half-cocked. You've got to be careful. You want to find out which one you have. What is it? Is it a safe harbor plan? Is there a vesting schedule? What's the match? Find out what that is. That's not a question that makes you look stupid at all. It's you need to figure that out. You need to know what that is. And it's pretty easy to find. If you look in your enrollment book, it should be right there for you. If not, then call your advisor up on the phone. She or he is being paid to tell you that information, and talk to them and say,
Right.
Ron told me you would tell me what my vesting schedule is, when it applies, and if I have a safe harbor plan, and if there's a match, and how that match works. And if they scoff at you, then tell them to call me.
Right.
Well, tell them to call Chris. She's
Call somebody.
call somebody.
Please call somebody.
Please call somebody. Okay, so, and please don't roll your money into the bank. Don't do that. If the bank has an IRA, that's cool, but don't just worry about that. And then, of course, the last thing I would leave you with is, before you do anything, any rolling, any moving, anything like that, check with your retirement plan financial advisor. Run it by them. See what they think.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Wow. Yes. Don't go off half cocked. That's all we saying. Just don't go off half cocked, because it costs you money. And I don't you love it the way, and I get it. When these things happen, people get all bent out of shape. But the first person that they don't look at their own doings in this, it's always somebody else did it.
Yes. We love playing the victim. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Or me.
Yeah.
You
So
wanna take
it
any
was their fault.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Well,
Totally.
we come by it honestly, I think. Even in the Bible, Adam says, well, the woman gave it to me. I just hate it. So, we're already poised to blame women.
Already blame it on somebody. Blame it on
Already.
somebody else. It wasn't my fault. It was my fault. It was their fault.
It was their fault.
They did it.
And then he had the audacity to say, "You gave her Jimmy." What? Talk about that.
Oh boy. Funny, but so very true. So very true.
Hello.
So,
all right. So there we
all I have. Today.
Okay. All righty. Well, that's we even had a "Don't Be That Guy" in this segment.
Yeah.
That was
it's coming
good.
back. Now I have to say this. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I thought I had that off.
You're popular today, huh?
Yeah. That's so funny. I don't know how to turn it off either. Okay. There we go. I think it's off now.
Okay.
It's funny how, you have these things that are so easy to turn off until you need to turn them off.
In one of those places.
Right? My niece would say, just hit the button. But no, there's no button. There is no button. What do you mean button? Stop. Like I've been trying to turn this thing off for the last, I don't know how long. I cannot do it.
Yeah, but I always have my phone is always on mute.
Yes,
no matter
thank
what.
you for saying that.
Always on mute. Always on mute.
Yes. Well, mine's on mute now because I couldn't turn the damn thing off. Anyway, you had put in front of me a wonderful article that we should use for our broadcast, and I definitely want to do that. And the only reason that I found this is because I couldn't find the article that you sent me because I, again, was on my phone looking and I hit something and wiped out all of my messages on the phone. And I went, what? And then I went to my laptop and thought, oh, well, they're hooked to the laptop and they were all gone. So
it was all gone, huh? That's what did I read somewhere? Somebody posted on Facebook. It's like, oh my God, I just deleted all of my Gmail emails. And he said, what did I do that for? I had some important meetings. Just I hit the button. I guess he clicked, how you can, when you're going through and you click that little box at the beginning and then it takes in all of your emails. So you might have thousands of emails, right?
Yeah.
So then he just accidentally hit the trash button, and there you go. So everybody came back. It's like, dude, it's not permanently lost. Just go over to your trash. It's over there.
Oh, there you go. Well, that makes sense. It is in the trash.
It's in the trash. Now, Texas is a different thing. I don't think it has a trash receptor before it gets to destroy.
What's this now?
I don't think text messages have that ability. I think once you hit that,
they're gone.
Message, they're gone because the phone can't store all that your computer can store.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for our show today. Unless you had something that you wanted to add.
No, that'd be it. So now we all know I'm going to Egypt next week. So unless you're gonna do the show by yourself, or we're gonna wait until I come back the following week.
Well, I could do it by myself, but I think people would rather have you here with me than just.
All right. Well, then we'll be back on the first weekend. Can you believe that it is already October?
Oh, Crystal. I really was supposed to be rich by now. This is amazing. And this is going to go by quick too, because this is the selling season, right? For when you forgot to get your 401k or make the change.
Oh, that's right. Before the end of the year, getting ready for tax season. I think we should definitely add that into our next conversation too, getting ready. Make sure everything is done before December 31st.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, this actually is one of you guys' busy seasons then. This is going to be, you're going into your peak season.
We are. This is where the rubber hits the road, and then and we go, oh.
Yeah,
We're
it's been a fast one. It's Christmas will be here already, and
the
we
older I
just
get,
zoom.
the faster they come, man.
It seems like that, huh? Because they are seeming like they are on warp speed right about now.
Yeah.
Not
I so
enough days.
now on Monday, you're flying. You're flying on Monday.
I'm
And so
flying
you'll
on
be there.
Monday, landing on no, I'm flying on Sunday, and I land on Monday.
Whoa.
I will be in at the time of our show, I believe I will be in Paris.
Oh, how long is this flying?
Yeah, the flight, the first leg is 10 and a half hours. Then with a
Oh,
layover, about an hour and a half layover in Paris. And
oh,
then and 4.5 hours into Cairo.
okay.
And
Well,
then
too
on
bad
the
you can hang in Paris for a day or
I
two. That
know
would,
that's what my girlfriend said. And then on my way back, I'm flying through Italy, through Rome, and I can't, and it's only an hour as well, so I can't even
oh
stop over
no,
there.
Crystal, Crystal. Oh my
Next year I'll
God.
be planning it different. This one was not necessarily a vacation to go do tourist stuff. I mean, it's going to be
Right,
part of it, but it was
yeah,
really a more utilitarian type of
right. So
process
you need
because
to get there. Yeah.
I need to go there,
Plus,
see
you
the
got to see
baby.
that grandbaby. You got to
I
go.
I got
Like,
it. That's
look
what
at
I'm
that
going
grand.
for.
She's
Next
your
year,
niece
I
baby, I guess.
yeah, my grandniece. Next year I can plan a whole vacation with that kind of stuff happening. So
Yeah.
then maybe I'll do a layover and stop over. At first, I was gonna go through Emirates, and then it would have been the stop would have been in Dubai.
Oh, interesting.
But at the end of the year, this is too big international traveling this year because at the end of in November for my girlfriend's 50th birthday. She's from South Africa. So we're all going to South Africa with her to
Oh my
celebrate
gosh.
her 50th birthday. So
Oh,
then I
cool.
think we'll be flying and stopping in Dubai and
Mm,
then going on to South Africa. Because I think there's two places. You either go to Dubai or you go to Amsterdam.
okay.
Either or is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds really good. In fact,
Yeah.
that sounds like you thought I was coming to see you. I just really wanted to go to Amsterdam.
Oops, missed the flight. I'm stuck in
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
Shucks and jives.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
Well,
and
then
that'll be it.
yeah. Well, have a great time. I know
I
you're just going to
shall.
enjoy the heck out of your little grandniece, and please tell her I said hey.
I
And
shall.
have a
But check
wonderful
out my
Thanksgiving and be
Facebook
safe.
page because my Facebook page will have plenty of pictures all the whole
I'm
time I'm
sure.
there. So
I'm
because
sure.
I'm a proud grand auntie. I'm
There you
proud of
go.
my niece. She's done a good job. She's just in this little short period of time. The baby is now 2 months old. She was born in
Okay.
July. And so it's September 7th. She was born July 7th. So it's September 7th. She's 2 months old. And my niece has done an excellent job so far.
Oh, good, good, good,
She,
good. So
yeah,
July
she's
7th, does that mean she's a Cancer?
that's exactly what that means.
Yeah, okay, cool. My
Uh-huh.
dad's a
Yeah, she's
Cancer.
oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, she's a
yeah,
cancer baby, which is
yeah.
cool because her mom and myself, we're all Tauruses, so that's a
Oh,
compatible sign for us.
it's
So they say
compatible.
in the Australia in the astrological world.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
Good for
yeah,
you.
so I'm excited. So I will definitely let you know and keep you posted, and we'll
Cool,
have stories
cool.
to tell when I come back in
I bet,
October.
I bet. Well, please
Yeah,
be safe. Please
and
don't, create an international incident.
I
And
shall
please
not.
do come back to us safely. Please do that.
But
Please do that.
thank you very much. Send up prayers, traveling prayers.
There you go. There you go.
That the plane don't go do some crazy stuff and drop me
Right.
off and get
Exactly.
delayed. None of that. We want just straight shot over, straight
And
shot back.
business
No
as usual.
incidents. And
Do this all the
we
time.
want unadventurous tribal experience. I don't want to be one of the ones screaming on Facebook about how eventful it was. I want it to be uneventful.
You mean you don't want to be a Black Karen? You want to do that? My
No,
sister and I were
no.
talking about that. Can you be a Black American Karen? Does it happen? Can you do that?
Yeah, there could be some Black Karens out there. I don't know if they might be called they might be called Maisha. Sorry, folks. They would have a different name.
I'm with you.
But yes, they can.
Yeah.
All righty, my friend.
All right. Travel safely. Godspeed.
All right.
We will see you on the flip side.
All right, everyone. Have a great week. Have a great week, and I will see you, or we will see you in October. Blessings to all.
There you go.
All righty. Bye bye.